Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Arizona Wildcats. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start. Send the tight end in motion. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Man, how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Makes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe of 49. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Arizona runs out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. It's a draw. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Fox. Escapes the pressure to his right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Fox. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've already converted a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 39. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They put the brakes on him.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Defense in press coverage. Back to throw, it's Fafita. The quick game. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab on the shuffle. He's stopped.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fox. Rolls right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it out just short of the 20. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line and a little more room to operate. Trying to squeak through the pile. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fox on the play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fox makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Nice.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They'll send the back in motion. 4th down, Fox. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize 4th down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the 1st down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by 4th down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Fox on the play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Quick give. It's Craig. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Powers inside. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains. From the 22 on 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Into the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The sack makes it an even longer 3rd down chance for this offense. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack up, throws toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is on it.
Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Keeps it himself. Quick toss. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Finds his tight end. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They're working that left side. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brings it to the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Inside a minute to play and a half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? throwing. Fox unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bison. He got it. Beat down inbound. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Finds the tight end. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fresh center downs going to the air. Almost picked off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
He's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to make one miss. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Hand it to the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Right back to it. Got the 1st down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Arizona will kick off to get the 2nd half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bison offense has taken the field, ready to begin this drive. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. All over him immediately. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fox. Out wide right, it's Humphries. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Facing a 3rd down, he's short from the 26. Fires to the big fella. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Throwing Fox. Lofts one deep down the right side. Caught.
And how about a big strike down the field? I love the offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Swamped immediately.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
Now on the move. Touchdown, Bison! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Right side, it's Craig. There he goes. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Arizona right back to the line.
And, man, that's a really good job by this quarterback. Seeing the spacing. Running back starts to creep down the field. He delivers it to him, and, man, is he fun to watch. That dude catches the football. Everybody in here holds his breath because he can take it the distance, starts chewing up yards, and makes the big play for this offense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Spits it out to the back. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
Number 19, set to Arizona football.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Motion from the wide receiver. formation, not the way they had it drawn up.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Fox flips it out in the flat. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The corners are walked up tight. Straight ahead, it's Craig. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Fafita. Bought a little time, lets it go.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they draw to within 3 here in the fourth quarter.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
On the move from inside his spot. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Bison offense is taking the field, ready to begin this drive. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Trying to slip through and pick it up, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it. Fighting off the defender. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Fox from the gun on 3rd down. Finds space on the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to establish the run. And he's brought down after a short gain. This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Throwing Fox. Looking down the middle. Working on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Wildcats call their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Third and long coming up. He's changing the play. From the gun on third down, Fox. And the timing just a hair off.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting them fourth.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Rush is on. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Look out! And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. And that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are.
you